good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. This is Pennies to Gold University Money Talks, and I'm one of the founders of the P2G networks. Here having an amazing money talk with a sister who has been phenomenally connected to the P2G networks. Her name is Miss Wanda S., also known as Salty Coffee. And she's going to be here to share with you a little bit of why they call her Salty Coffee. Salty Coffee. So let's get it popping. Miss Wanda, welcome.
The salty coffee, the name in itself, some people in other countries do add salt to their coffee. And basically,
Ah,
that's just to take the bitterness away. So every day we take, we add a little bit of salt, we take the bitterness away. And pretty much that's how the name came about.
I see. And so it's not just Salty Coffee, it's the Salty Coffee podcast. And that's really exciting to me. Considering I've met you through my podcast and learned about your podcast, which has been amazingly growing in not just audience but participation for people as well. I've been on the podcast and I thought I had such a great time. I'll just tell you right now, I do these things because I have a lot of fun, and you made it exciting to share about myself. What I love is that you don't just, it's not like you just do your own thing. You help other platforms, and you've extended some really amazing grace to our space. And I want to just have you share about what you do with P2G.
So yeah, that's one of the purposes of the Salty Coffee podcast. It's pretty much to help others. So Salty Coffee podcast started in 2020 during COVID. And this was a time where all of the workers were getting laid off and pretty much did not know what to do when it came to finances or money. So I started the podcast to really have a centralized place for people to ask questions about the contractual agreement with their union, where they can get money, how they can get additional work and income. So that's how pretty much the podcast started, to share the resources, share the knowledge, to share that not only was the place where I work at supposed to pay you double time and a half because you are an essential worker. Yeah.
And they
But
didn't
how
know.
to get, and they didn't know, and how to get your job back, and what are the resources to have your ergonomics at home when you had to go work from home, how to get childcare for children. So P2G networks, we're all getting connected. We're all, online. We all have to do this. And I remember listening to you guys a couple of times, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to retire.
That's
Based
what I'm
on
talking about.
your conversations with P2G Network, I'm like, how do I take my money that I invested and now put it somewhere else? And where can I continue and triple that amount at a not so much a faster pace, but learning from you guys? And that's where I came in to say, well, why didn't I know about you guys? Where have you guys been? And this
We
is
were
where
here
the
for
introduction
you.
to Canva comes in.
Yes. So, introduction to Canva, thank you for bringing that into the space, because that platform you teach, she's brought in and pretty much has brought into life, creating your business, all of your branding in a free program called Canva, which is helps. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be honest, I was not the best. When Adobe came out, I was like, that is not for me. Keep it away. That's too much stuff. I got stuff on my mind I gotta do. So it was too much to learn it in Adobe. But she introduced Canva as a very practical way of putting things together graphically. And I can't wait till you see. So I'm gonna have to just show it off. So you're just gonna have to give me permission to show off a little bit of what you've
Go
been
ahead,
up
show it.
to. And I love this. This is one of hers. Okay. Love it. Okay. Wow. Fantasy football. Ladies, fantasy football. Come on now. Unmute. You got to unmute.
I was invited to, I'll be very honest with you, that took me 5 minutes to do on my
What?
phone. Yes, I was invited to this fantasy football league for ladies to learn about the
Right,
concept of fantasy football because I don't know anything about football.
right,
And I
right.
confess that I never watched the game, so I didn't know. And I actually won the first week, by the way.
Wow, I'm
I
really
won.
amazed. See,
Yeah,
look at what I'm talking about. You can learn, you can win,
learn.
and you can create, which is a win-win. So talk to me about your course. I see you have your agenda lined up behind you. What's going to be happening through the month of October and in toward November. I'm really excited to see this.
So based on the last 8 weeks, the previous session, I noticed that it was a consecutive type of sessions. You know, like okay, we're gonna start with this. We're gonna start this for someone who is beginners. And I realized that maybe it would be helpful to just have different concepts where
Mm-hmm.
some people already know how to use Canva a little bit, or for those who don't know how to use it at all. So I cut the courses now where the first one, which was started today, is about branding, like
Mm,
really focusing on who you are, what do you want to do, and how to collectively bring all of your social media to one idea, which is your brand. And then, the courses will, you can pick whichever you want, wherever level you feel that you are. I
right.
think that's going to work best. And then you'll continue, it's up to the person to see where they are based on the first course. Um, but I love I think it's the second to last,
Mm-hmm.
where it's, what does that say? Scheduling, exporting, and importing. I think that's the one that people can really utilize a lot. But again, everybody comes in at different levels. Beginners, some people don't even know what Canva is, so we can start with there. So I would suggest to have at least a 15-minute, half an hour consultation first, just to see where you're
Uh-huh.
at, to tell you which course you should take.
Got it. So today was your, well, I should say, today was an introduction day. Really excited. We're moving forward. There's going to be a reiteration of introduction in, some of the secondary courses. Looking forward
Right.
to seeing what's next because I know that our marketing has benefited from your first sessions. And we thank you so much for bringing this amazing skill set. Some of the things that I realized people don't know about Miss Salty Coffee is she's not a one hit wonder. She's not a one trick pony. And she really does plan for the future of others. And one of the things I think that's where the minds meet for the two of us.
Right.
And I'm really excited. Seems like we're going to have a very long future building skill sets and community together.
And I saw, when I saw your first video and how excited you were, and now you're just like, I want to learn more. I want to learn more. And that's really what it should look like when you take a course, to
Hmm.
just, even if you take two
Right.
introductory courses, or
Yeah.
one, even one, just to lighten up. I learned something new, because that's the whole thing. And then to
That,
teach other people who really need it is like amazing to me.
absolutely.
You said it best. There's nothing more, and again, it's more about the platform Canva. It's about how to structure how to be consistent, how to utilize your logo colors, how to utilize you to show who you are. If you Google P2G networks, you'll see it's consistent, the black and gold. Wherever you go, you're gonna see Miss Ruby or the Golden Club, the Rap and Crypto. If you Google Salty Coffee Podcast, you're gonna see the same consistency. It's not
Exactly.
boring. It's not, it's just consistent. And
Right.
the hope and the idea is to make it look professional as well.
Exactly. It is classy and spicy all together.
All together.
I love it. That's right. So
This
thank
is
you so
this is
much
not
for
a
being with
a,
us.
a cut and paste. This is a
I
real
love it.
flower.
Exactly. So I want to share something with you guys. The only way to get this amazing class is to get on P2G networks. Hit the class button, the class link, which is in the window that says classes, and sign up for whichever one of the platforms you would like, because all of Salty Coffee's programs are in there. She's going to show you not only how to bring out your brand, but we're going to show you how to create your brand, prepare your brand, and defend your brand. Let's get it popping. I'm really excited about this. See you soon. And don't
Thank
forget, everything happens every week. And thank you so much for being on with us and doing what you do. Peace and love.
Absolutely. Anytime.